So, you've got yourself some chocolate fingers on the old table.
Yeah.
Why hasn't anybody else done the chocolate finger bit? Like, you got this one brand, and you never see.
I reckon the chocolate finger will be a trademark, and you'd have to think of something else to call them.
Chocolate logs? But then you've got an issue. It sounds like you're selling small turds.
Hello and welcome back to the Space Jam Continuum, the show where we try to make a continuous cinematic universe out of something that was never meant to be one. I'm Chris McLennan.
I'm Carl Noble.
And we left off last week with a cheeky Two Curious Puppies.
We did.
Because they've not yet let us down.
No, I always really enjoy Two Curious Puppies episodes. Like, they're just entertaining. There's nothing too risque going on in them. And they tend to bring up odd little questions, I find.
They do. The things that, we get distracted from it with the more politically charged characters.
Yeah. Well,
they don't have any of that cynicism.
Charged. No, not at all. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's because they're not sentient. They don't get involved in that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I guess so. I dread the day
when we get two sentient curious puppies.
Do you think that's why one of them sort of keeps swapping out?
Because he becomes sentient.
Yeah, and he has to get a new mate.
Probably.
Maybe one of those many dogs just wandering about is
one of the first of the two curious puppies.
Yeah, he's a curious puppy, one curious puppy.
It is going to be interesting to see what happens to the little one, because it's always the little one that stays the same.
Yeah,
the little white one with black ears.
Yeah, there was even that episode where he was just on his own, and that was
maybe he's not curious enough. Maybe curiosity is what spurs the
gets them into a pickle, and then
the stress. Because the other one always seems much more stressed out than the little one.
Yeah, the little one's just having a great time.
Yeah. But...
yeah, I can see that.
Because maybe he's just not curious enough. Maybe he's never getting himself into quite those jams.
Yeah, or maybe he's just so chill about it that he's just never stressed.
Well,
it's impossible to stress him out. He's unflappable.
So if you've got a creature... oh, there's an alarm.
Well, that's quite the sound.
It's the sound of the ambulance, I think. That might have been the police. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was.
So yeah, if you've got like somebody who's just real relaxed, like real zen about everything, do you reckon they don't become sentient?
Yeah, maybe that's why everyone who we've seen, like all the characters, are pretty
highly strung.
Highly strung.
Yeah, like, it would explain.
Chilled out people just don't ever become super sentient.
Well, I'm trying to think of like a typically zen animal. Like which animals kind of go, they are the embodiment of Zen.
I don't know. Can't really pin one because, they always have the other side to the coin. Because I was kind of picturing, like, an Alice in Wonderland, like, worm with, like, the hookah pipe.
Yeah.
But then there's bookworm. And then I was thinking, what about an elephant, like, sort of Ganesh statue sort of thing. But I was like, but you also get, like, elephants freaking out over mice and things like that.
Well, you do, and you also get, like, circus elephants, but also, as we know, elephants are just grown-up mice.
Yeah, that's why they're terrified of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the constant nagging responsibility.
Yeah. Oh, I got children! Like, what I'm thinking with Bookworm, though, is there's no way Bookworm was ever stressed. So he was born sentient.
No, he's stressed all the time.
But it's... oh, well, no, actually, that is a good point, actually.
He's like, he's not like...
he is stressed, isn't he?
Yeah, he's constantly stressed.
Yeah.
It's just a different type. It's not like... he's not freaking out. He's just,
he's
constantly
worried.
level terrified.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, so what was going on in the grander Tooniverse before? Porky's a despot. He's replaced... He's hired a load of
Porky lookalikes to work in Porky-based
Porky's Bakery, Porky's Cafe.
Yeah, as basically just
because someone's out to get him.
Yeah, someone's got hit out on him.
And I thought maybe we might see that this episode, but I think this is a Porky-free episode, which I don't think we've ever had.
No,
actually, there's two curious puppies, Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, Bugs, and then we've got a cheeky extra couple of characters, maybe depending on time. So I think we need to get stuck in.
I think this is the first time we've had a porky-free.
But yeah, either way, it's a porky-free episode. Isn't that crazy? We'll take a little departure. That'd be nice, actually.
It will be. It'll be relaxing, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Hopefully.
Give things time to escalate while we're not watching.
Yeah.
So we are watching a Daffy Duck number from May 2nd, 1942, and it's called Daffy's Southern Exposure.
It's going to go well.
How we feel about that?
Well, if you're going to stock up for the winter and you don't really like the idea of eating beans all winter, maybe don't buy just beans. Like, so Daffy...
Maybe he was loving beans before.
I know, but I mean, there's love and beans and then there's love and beans. But like, basically, the episode is, I don't know, kind of autumn time. Daffy's reading the paper and he's talking about how birds are, they fly north for the summer, south for the winter, north for the summer, south for the winter. He's like, I've had enough of this. And he's not flying south.
Yeah, he's going to stay in the lake on his own.
Yeah. And I'd never really thought about him being migratory before. At any point. I'd never really thought about him being migratory. But, here we are. That's the episode.
What's happened to his family?
I reckon he's left them, mate.
Yeah.
I reckon that's what's happened. I think he's just packed his balls up.
I mean, I guess they were in... Were they in Porkytopia?
Yeah. Like, maybe he got out.
I don't know. It's very strange.
Like, maybe he saw the way his former mentor was going and thought, I don't really know if I want to get involved in this. His wife's like, no, he's a really nice guy. And, his kids were spying on him, making sure that he wasn't doing any thought crimes. And Daffy was like, nah, I've had enough. And he flew the coop.
They're fully indoctrinated.
I think so. I think that's what's happened. But basically, Daffy's not flying south for the winter. All of his mates go, you'll be sorry. They leave. He's happy he's got the lake to himself.
He's even happy when it freezes over.
Yeah. But that reminds me, he's got teeth. That never fails to freak me out.
Yeah, he seems to develop them mainly for the purposes of
smiling or having them fall out.
It's chattering, or grinning.
Yeah. So
the rest of the time, you don't see those sort of flashes of teeth.
But it's unnerving.
Yes.
Either way. Like, did he get them when he was sentient, or do all birds have
dentures?
Teeth? I suppose you could have dentures, like pop them in for dramatic effect.
In the morning.
Dramatic dentures.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
Yeah, so he, decides to stay. Then the winter hits, like the proper winter. He's happy it's snow.
The portal loses him for a bit.
Yeah, and it goes, where's our hero?
We've got some notes from presumably an agency.
I guess so. Yeah, like saying, where's our hero?
Yeah,
well,
like
what was interesting is they put them
code.
on. What was interesting is they put them up on acetate rather than just a standard sign because you could still see through.
Oh yeah.
It was the words. So they're getting clever with this, and he tries to eat a tree thinking it was a T-bone. Helps himself to a hand sandwich,
which means he entertains the concept of a ham sandwich. Which means
he's perfectly fine with that. Like he would eat Porky if Porky died. I suppose that saves quite a lot of money on burial because you've got the buffet and getting rid of the corpse in one go. So that probably saves people quite a bit of money, I'd reckon.
I reckon so. It's actually quite a utilitarian.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if you're willing to eat ham or cow or anything else.
Because he was definitely willing to he was all after steak and stuff like that.
Yeah. So obviously he was fine. But then it switches over to it's a wolf and a weasel.
I think it's a cat and a weasel.
It's a cat and a weasel. Either way, like it focuses on those ones, and they're the ones I've stocked up on beans for the winter. Fully stocked up on beans. Now they could have just survived.
It was a lot of beans.
It was.
I thought there was going to be more flatulence based,
more fart jokes. Yeah,
humour.
It's kind of where I expected it to go, but Daffy didn't hang around that long. He had one large plate of beans because he goes knocking on their door asking for food.
Yeah, and he's all like shriveled up.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, we can have duck for dinner." So feed him up, and they've never met Daffy before. They like if you've met Daffy, you know that was never going to happen.
Yeah, they've messed with the wrong duck.
Yeah, like if that was any ordinary duck, fair enough, they'd have had them.
But I'm actually surprised it didn't end more violently.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Because Daffy runs away to the south in the end.
Yeah, I mean, that wolf/cat, or, whatever it was, did run off a log of a very big drop.
Yeah, but it's not the sort of violence we're used to with Daffy.
No, that is true.
He would have been cleaver in hand.
Yeah, but I'm thinking he was weak after the winter.
Yeah,
he'd had a tin of beans, but I don't think that was quite
really
enough.
cutting it.
No, he'd had a pretty rough one, but he flew off to Rio, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Rio.
It seemed to be Rio.
Yeah, I mean, he just ran.
Yeah, which is odd considering he can fly.
He can fly. Everyone else flew,
and he was flying earlier on in the episode, like a hummingbird.
Yeah, but one thing that's cropping up most episodes now is the demand to buy war bonds.
Yeah.
Both at the start of the episode, which presumably is an agency initiative, then a show
so.
of solidarity.
There was a poster, wasn't there?
There was a poster up on their house as well. So the Tooniverse at this point, in full support of the
war effort.
Allied forces war effort, even though they seem to be mostly okay, they don't seem to be at war.
Yeah, no, there's no indication that the Tooniverse is at war.
It's like
at all.
Special relationship.
Yeah, but primarily with America.
Yeah.
I mean, it's with the Allied, kind of by proxy, but I think it's...
Yeah, it's definitely, they see enough of themselves in us, and presumably that's why the agency's looking back.
I guess so.
It's like the mirror universe, Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's sort of the same. It's sort of the same
it's
stuff.
Close enough.
Sort of there.
But no, it was a good episode. It was fun and entertaining.
But didn't answer much.
No.
That's the trouble.
No.
It's not adding much to the mythos. Let's see if our friend Fat Elmer can help.
Oh, he's fat.
He's still Fat Elmer.
I wonder which part of him is going to be fatter now.
Oh yeah, because he was like...
His head got fatter.
Yeah, he definitely shifted before. Let's see. Let's join Fat Elmer and our boy Bugs for The Wacky Wabbit, also from May 2nd, 1942.
Oh, interesting.
All molars.
I know.
Front to back.
Yeah, he's a herbivore. What's all that about? Why is he hunting so often for meat if he can only eat plants?
So Elmer,
we're talking about Elmer here.
Yeah, we see at the end of that episode, Elmer's tooth comes out, and it's a front tooth, but it's clearly a molar.
Yeah.
So, something's going on there.
Yeah.
But basically, the run of the episode is that Elmer is going off looking for gold. He's prospecting.
He is.
Bugs is there.
Don't know why.
Because he's not got a lot on.
Yeah. He's got a bit of free time in his calendar.
So no matter where Elmer goes, he's going to hunt down. They're in an Old West sort of a setting, which I mean, in terms of it being desert, cactus and stuff, but they've normally been reasonably human-dominated environments.
Yeah,
but this was a bit far out to get any solid.
There was nothing indicating that still isn't the case.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that Bugs is there, but I think that Bugs is now decided to be Elmer's personal trainer.
I think
Elmer
Bugs
is
agreed
to it.
Deeply in love with Elmer.
Yeah. I mean, he does kiss him a lot.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so Elmer's going prospecting. Bugs is doing his usual, irritate Elmer bit and piece.
Right.
We see a lot of Bugs's tremendous ability to dig holes. Sometimes just sort of descending into the ground from an upright stood position.
Yeah, it is.
He must just be able to sort of wiggle his toes in such a way that it just...
But incredibly quickly. But the thing is, it's more that he kind of passes into it because it doesn't always leave a hole.
No.
Because when he came out of the ground earlier, he had a bit of dirt on him, but there was no hole.
When he came out of the ground, though, it was like it panned out and there was a hole there already, and he just raised up like it was an elevator.
It's so
like
weird.
he just stood.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
He's got some next level toon powers.
Yeah, he's not holding back.
No.
He's not holding back.
He's like a level 5.
They're really laying on the V for Victory quite thick now.
Yes. Yeah. We saw another poster randomly in the desert about war bonds. And then Elmer and Bugs were both singing a song.
Yeah. I don't know. It was an odd one to me. Like,
I liked
we got
it.
Fat Elmer. Fat Elmer, we thought had sort of like altered build, slimmed down a bit.
Yeah.
But was revealed through some fine scissor work.
Yeah.
That is actually a lot of corsetry.
Yeah.
Going on.
He's like a tube of toothpaste. That's why his head's getting fatter. Because he's squeezing the fat from his belly into his head.
But yeah, it was on the whole just a pretty run-of-the-mill Elmer Bugs number.
I quite liked it. It was fun. There was nothing too drastic to think about.
Again, we've learned nothing.
Well, we've learned that Elmer has entirely molars for teeth.
Entirely molars for teeth. So, like, I guess that could be used, like, if an egghead committed a crime or something.
Yeah.
You can go, well,
That's it. Like if you're doing kind of like bite mark comparisons or something like that, you can go, oh, this person has entirely molars.
Yeah.
Must be an egghead. How many of them is there kicking about?
I mean, we decided there were actually probably several. I can't remember why.
Yeah, but the thing is it like eggheads who have turned sentient, or is it just any egghead has
I guess so.
entirely molar teeth?
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
thinking
point.
It's probably sentient. Ones that have become sentient that have
What
developed.
do you think they're rolling with before?
I'm thinking that they've got some sort of like false teeth in there, because realistically, eggs don't have teeth.
I mean, in fairness, this was a false tooth.
It was it was
It was
a
a
gold
gold
one with quite an obvious root.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it was probably
I think he'd gold plated.
Yeah, gold plated a tooth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so very herbivorous.
Yeah, there must be. He's venturing out into, but I mean, he hasn't always had that gold tooth. Didn't have it last episode.
Did he not, or did he not show us? Bugs has a gold tooth as well.
Yeah.
Is it all like it's early to be finding these things out?
It is, but it's one of his eye teeth, so you don't generally see that, do you?
Yeah, it's not one of his front two.
No. Yeah, didn't really learn a lot, but I did enjoy the episode.
Yeah, it was good.
Like, I had nothing to complain about there. It was a fun.
Got some more bugs. Straight back in for some more bugs. With a cartoon called Hold the Lion, Please.
That seems a bit odd. Is he off to the zoo?
Yeah, maybe get some more info on the penal system.
Or he's off to like a game restaurant.
That's possibly true.
Hold the line, please.
We'll find out. We're watching Hold the Lion, Please from June 6th, 1942. Intriguing.
Yeah, that wasn't the way I expected it to end.
Most of it is not the way I expected it to go.
No.
For a start, it's in Africa. So we're getting a whole new vibe. It seems in Africa, although a lot of the animals seem to be sentient, they're not mimicking like human lifestyle.
I mean, apart from that hippo having a bath and then get put on his bathrobe afterwards.
Yeah, but
to mock his
that
friend.
was still like a natural sort of
natural surroundings,
spring sort of deal, not a tub.
No.
They're mocking King of the Jungle, Lion.
Yeah.
He's sentient, but he's an idiot.
He's a bit dim.
And basically, he goes to hunt a rabbit.
Yeah, because they mock him, saying that he
wouldn't be able
couldn't
to
even kill a rabbit.
So, you might wonder why Bugs is in Africa, and that's not necessarily answered, but how he gets there.
Yeah, definitely is.
It's answered. There's a reason Bugs is everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the rabbit tracks.
Yeah.
Which, there was genuinely like stations.
Yeah, it
junctions,
seems
and
to
it
be
was
like
just
a railway system.
But it was just rabbit footprints.
Yeah.
But like they had forks in the thing that pulled over to stations and things like that, and I guess they can just move really quickly along them.
I mean, it's a potential. It's either there's some sort of physics involved that we don't know and haven't seen, or
because he's just on it and he's sprinting along.
Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe it's been laid out, and providing that the rabbits stick to that, they can use toon powers to travel quickly. So it's a specialised marked out area in which they're allowed to use.
But they don't
speed
seem to have.
powers.
No, but he doesn't seem to have the problem doing that anyway.
Yeah, but that's bugs.
Yeah, but
I don't know if that's all rabbits.
We've never seen him like move at that sort of Roadrunner-esque
No,
pace.
that is true. So the only other option is that there is something within those tracks that some physics in play there that allows them to.
Yeah, maybe it's sort of like, something like on a quantum level.
Yeah,
like move like differently, like
potentially
transdimensionally.
It's kind of like tiny wormhole tracks. So each track is a miniature wormhole.
Yeah, I don't really know, but it's like, I don't know, it's very strange.
It was very odd because the thing is, it wasn't like he was just disappearing. He was just running blurry.
Yeah, he could just go super fast.
Yeah,
it's like a sort of weird. I don't know if they like it's a conveyor belt like you have at the airport, but it's not. It's not moving.
Yeah, because otherwise anybody could use it.
But
whereas
if you're just running on it, you go a lot faster if you're a rabbit.
Yeah, what is interesting because that was in Africa. So how did he get across the water?
Maybe they just go straight through the water.
Nah, possibly.
It just doesn't matter that much.
Or maybe he just took a boat like normal, or a plane.
No, because then I wouldn't really explain like
why he was there. Well, I mean, there's no
skipping around
explanation
super easily.
Yeah,
because he's just everywhere.
He really is.
He just turns up somewhere. He goes, "I'm over here now."
Yeah, well, I think Bugs is just wherever he's needed.
Yeah, but like he's not like sort of within sentient toon society really. Like he doesn't muck in, so like I can't see him getting a boat.
No, that's true enough because he wouldn't pay for it, would he?
I mean, I guess he'd stow away on a boat, but I don't know. I reckon the rabbit tracks are like a pan global network.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
At the end, you get like again, it's usual Bugs fare. Like he's annoying this lion.
Yeah,
he's got a wife.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that is his wife. I'm thinking it's probably just Bugs dressed up. I know they were both on screen at the same time. I know that. But that's not beyond Bugs' ability.
I think that is, because otherwise, I don't think he can duplicate himself.
Well, but we've seen Daffy do something very similar.
Yeah, but Daffy, smashes himself in the head.
But also his reflection pops up as well.
Oh yeah, his reflection.
So I'm because the thing is classically Bugs doesn't have a wife. I'm willing to entertain the fact that he does.
No, there's that female rabbit later on. She's in Space Jam.
That's true.
She's sort of like sort of pinkish, orangish sort of colour.
Yeah. But I mean,
I want to say Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
But
the only thing that came up there was basically the sign saying Mrs. Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, which we would have got.
Yeah. But the thing is, it looks just like Bugs in a dress.
It does.
And then trousers.
Yes.
Because she lifts up a skirt where there previously wasn't trousers, and then there was trousers.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Bugs.
Because he's definitely one for playing a joke. He loves a good joke. And
he loves dressing up like a woman.
He does, and he likes to play up to the audience.
I don't know. So how would that work? They were both there.
They were both there, but
unless it's just there was a mirror there.
Yeah, it's a potential maybe to set it up earlier, maybe dressed up as a woman.
Because he had a lot of props with him.
He did.
He had a door.
Yep.
A phone frame.
He
had a phone in the hall. And this isn't his house.
No. I've got a feeling that we're going
he
to
had
see...
that little note he could pull down from the tree.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think we're going to see something soon where Bugs is going to be one of the founding members of Acme. Because a lot of the Acme products are based off his abilities. Instant holes.
Yeah.
Mind you, Elmer in the last episode did manage to zip up a hole, which was quite impressive.
Yeah, because that lent some credence to the idea that Bugs Bunny does actually just do a lot of preparation before these.
Yeah.
Escapades.
So, it is quite interesting, because Acme seem to produce products which basically allow toon powers, or basically products that are toon powers, but that anybody can access.
They're marketing very specifically to the Bugs-esque sort of character. Like, yeah, so a lovable prankster.
Yeah. So
maybe keep an eye out for other people who might be, just sort of snooping his ideas.
Yeah. Oh well, I think we should maybe move on from that, because I don't think right now we're going to find an answer to was that Bugs or was that Mrs. Bugs.
Well, I miss our good pink boy, and he's not coming up this episode.
He's not,
but we have a sort of facsimile of our good pink boy in which we keep money.
Yeah.
I think we should go and check it out.
Should we go have a look at it? Because he can at least be in part of the episode.
Yeah,
Go give him a shake.
Feels wrong. I feel like I'm cheating on him.
Yeah. Go get the Porky Piggy back then.
Okay, so we make the Space Jam Continuum for free.
Entirely,
every time.
Yeah.
But there are obviously some costs to keeping it running, which are currently supported by Rob over at Kaiju FM. But to keep these things ticking over, we've set up a Patreon page, and would very much appreciate it if you're enjoying the show. If you go and take a look, go over to kaiju.fm and click support us. And yeah, even if you can give like as little as like $1 a month,
like 25 cents an episode.
Yeah, and that's only if you just listen to us.
Exactly.
If there's other great shows on
you
there.
Get more bang for your literal buck.
There's the Prestige podcast, and there's Law Masters over on Kaiju FM currently, and the Three Parrots podcast.
Yeah.
So head over there, check some of those out.
If you listen to all of them, that'd be.
Then it's a bargain.
It is an absolute
bargain.
That's crazy.
And it really goes a long way to helping us out.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you can't do that, or simply don't want to,
just fair enough.
There are other ways you can help us out. You can give us a review on iTunes, or just tell people.
Yeah,
just
get the word out. Like word of mouth does fantastic for us.
Bang on about it.
Yeah, constantly. We do.
We do.
Not just on here.
No.
To everybody who'll listen.
So, yeah, that's our bit, really.
Cartoons.
Thanks for anything you can give, and let's watch some cartoons.
Let's do that.
I believe that role-playing games are art. Specifically, role-playing games are theatre, which means theatre artists are natural role-players.
What sort of hat am I wearing?
The important details.
Is it like a tricorn hat?
Yeah, he has got into full theatre mode now.
Right,
this is amazing.
So they want to be entertained. I'm going to give them a show with my iron and my tricorn hat.
Life's a game. The world's our stage. And we're merely role-players. Merely Role-Players, a podcast where dramatic people play role-playing games. Hosted by me, MJ Starling, in association with Blackshaw Theatre Company. Find us at merelyroleplayers.podbean.com or search your usual podcast app for Merely Roleplayers.
It's new character time.
It is. I'm quite looking forward to this. It's been a while since we have a new character, but I'm expecting more and more quite regularly.
Although a few are going to crop up, be in it for 3 and then
disappear
sacks off.
That might be a good thing though, because I've seen some of their new characters.
So this is Hector.
What do you think? Who's he going to be? But we must have had Hector before. There's no first appearance of Hector. Was Hector not a cat?
I don't think so.
Have we seen Hector before?
I don't think we've had Hector.
Doesn't say a first appearance of Hector.
Might he have cropped up before we started watching him? Because we started the first time.
Yeah, potentially. Together. But it does seem odd that they wouldn't have put him in there for several years.
Let's find out who Hector is.
Yeah. Let's have a little look.
He's the bulldog. He's the big bulldog guy. He is a staple character.
He's a staple character.
He's a staple character. He's in.
So
I still don't think he's been in it before.
no, I don't think he has.
I think our list is failing us.
Weird. Or was he one of the two curious puppies
Who's now
who's now grown up?
hench.
Yeah, massive and
He's been...
at least vaguely sentient. Because two curious puppies, they knew them have names. One of them very well could have been Hector.
It could.
I don't remember any of them being a bulldog though.
No, neither were a bulldog.
No.
Let's see what Hector's doing.
Okay. Well, I think we know what he's going to be doing.
So
Hector and
this
a
one is called Double Chaser from June 27th, 1941. Let's see what he's about.
See what it's about.
Cal, you're wearing a face that says, I have several questions.
Right, okay, so we've got physics of holes, bomb paint, and animals using generic shape to determine what things are. So,
Okay, which one of those do you want to fire on first?
I reckon we leave the second one to last. We'll do
Let's
first things first, second
let's-
one last, third one second. So, physics of holes. We've been seeing a lot of holes this episode.
Yeah, it's a whole heavy episode.
So it's a cat chases mouse episode, and then the mouse uses the bulldog as protection. That's, we've seen it many times before.
It's a classic format.
It is. So the mouse is running about, it jumps down a hole. The cat then comes over to the hole, digs down a couple of shovelfuls, the hole gets bigger. And then after that, the hole never gets any bigger, despite how much the cat digs. So he's digging down and he's searching through the pile that he's put out, looking for the mouse.
Right.
Never finds it. Digs down again. Still, the hole doesn't get any bigger, but the pile does that he's digging. And digs through that. The dog's in.
Surely that's just him digging down.
Yeah, but his shovel doesn't go any deeper. He's digging in the same void space.
In Tooniverse, I think you just pick an area and you dig at that area.
And soil
And
comes
hole-
out.
and-
And a hole is built.
It's a lot easier.
But where did the dog come from?
I don't know. And also, where he packed the stuff back into the hole
Yeah,
when the dog was in there.
The amount of soil he put
And-
in there didn't equate to the amount of soil he took out. Or the
And there was
size
a
of
dog-
the dog.
and there was a dog in there, yeah.
And the size of the dog. So one shovelful. But we've been seeing a lot of holes in this episode. Like, not just this episode, but I mean the episode.
Yeah, I just think there's some weird dimensional stuff going on with just
When you dig a
soil
hole.
in the
Yeah.
universe.
So that's that. Then there is animals not being able to use their sense of smell to tell the difference between animals. So the dog comes into the chicken coop where the cat has been chasing the mouse, and the cat decides, I'll put a glove on my head and then I'll sit on the eggs and pretend I'm a chicken. The dog, genuinely convinced,
Solid plan. It worked for
That
that
it's a chicken.
penguin in the wrong trousers.
it did, but he just sits there, and then all the chicks hatch, and the cat has to walk out.
And the chicks are
Flapping
fine with it
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I can kind of understand that because when animals are born, kind of
It's
the first
just-
thing they see,
yeah.
they imprint on that. So the cat flapping its wings, or its legs as it's using as wings, and then walks out. The mouse, who was in one of the eggs, hiding, obviously.
How do you get in the egg?
I think he's built it himself. He's obviously got some sort of egg kit. And which I'm guessing he bought from the eggheads. Who
Maybe.
knows? So he is following along in the line of chicks, but he's doing the chicken arm thing as well. And the cat picks up one of the chicks, picks up the mouse, and just looking at them, just can't tell the difference
And
between
then the
this
bulldog
little yellow
picks
chicken.
up the cat and the chicken.
Yeah, and does the same thing. So, that was interesting. None of them can use their sense of smell or eyes in general. They get generic shape, that's it.
Yeah, like they work in generalities.
Yeah. And then, that kind of unfolds. The mouse goes, that's the cat. The dog chases it, and then for the next 30 seconds or so, we're getting different scenes of basically the mouse dobbing on the cat, going, "Look, it's here, it's here, it's here," until the dog gets annoyed, and then turns on the mouse.
Sort of team up.
Yeah. So the mouse runs back to the farm, finds an apple and a tub of black paint, dips the apple in the black paint, lights the stalk, and then that starts going like a fuse. And again, because the other animals, they work on generic shape, they're going, well, that's clearly a bomb.
And so they
not wondering where the mouse got a bomb from. But then it does explode like a bomb. And he goes up, the mouse is flying up to heaven with his little angel wings with an apple core. So it did turn the apple into a bomb.
We're talking about some serious alchemy at this point.
Yeah. It's highly explosive
you
paint.
can completely transform what something is.
Yeah.
By changing its appearance.
Yeah, it would seem so.
But once it exploded, it was an apple core.
It was back to an apple core. So it's like that, or maybe
it's still an apple.
Or maybe the paint is highly explosive. So maybe it's highly explosive paint. But where'd the fuse come from? Because, I've never tried lighting the stalk of an apple, but I'm fairly certain it doesn't go like a fuse, because otherwise, why would we make fuses?
Why wouldn't we just pop them off an apple?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't like that. That was the questions I've got. There's the holes thing, but that's been going the whole episode. There's the generic shape of animals and them not being able to tell them apart. So that's quite interesting. Does that change when they become sentient? I don't know. And explosive bomb paint. Why would you make it?
One thing that was interesting is I got the impression that the cat had achieved super sentience, but the rest of them hadn't.
What, during the episode?
No,
in the past.
From the start.
Okay.
He's all walking around on his hind legs.
Yeah.
He's using he's
tying knots.
Tying knots and things. Whereas the rest of them are just moving about. It's odd to have one though where the super sentient being remains silent.
He didn't say a word. Which is why I'm thinking he's potentially not super sentient. I'm thinking he's just an advanced cat.
He's just quite a good cat.
Yeah, he's just he's clever.
Because
because we've seen other animals
none of them
doing
said anything
similar
at
sort
any
of
point.
things like that.
I was also wondering if we think he's early Sylvester, because Hector is in Sylvester and Tweety, isn't he?
He is, yeah, very much so.
But
I think he would have been identified.
Yeah,
earlier, but he was quite Sylvester-esque.
But I'm wondering if he's like Sylvester's equivalent of Happy Rabbit.
Maybe, or maybe it is one of Sylvester's ancestors. Maybe father, grandfather, possibly. So it's possible that cat does achieve sentience, and goes on to produce little sort of Sylvester because Sylvester is sentient.
Because that would make sense, given that it makes sense in the run of things.
Which is why that dog is in a lot of them.
Yeah, and he's not quite the level he was yet.
No,
the reason I was wondering is because in this Hector's on all fours and he's basically just a bulldog. But later he's definitely
he definitely up and walks and talks.
A V-shaped Adonis.
Yeah. And he talks about his kid.
Yeah. And so I'm wondering if there's going to be an event that happens to the two of them.
Oh, possibly. Very possibly.
That triggers it. But I think we're going to have to wait a little while for that as an answer.
I think so.
Do you want to do one more?
I think we've got time for one more.
Are you feeling jingoistic? Because I think this is going to be... Oh, it's a buzzard. It's not an eagle. Beaky buzzard comes into this episode. Oh, maybe not then. I was wondering if this was going to be very, very, America.
Yeah, it'd be odd if they did that with a buzzard.
No, but in my mind, seeing Beaky,
eagle.
I was like, it's going to be a bald eagle.
It is the first appearance of Beaky Buzzard as well.
So he's going to be coming in.
Yeah.
And we're getting all kinds of birds over the next short while. But let's not worry about those for now.
No.
Let's watch the first appearance of Beaky Buzzard, see what he's all about. In Bugs Bunny Gets the Bold. From July 11th, 1942. The Boyd.
Yeah,
Says the Boyd.
Boyd. It's the writing was quite small, so it merges the.
My squinting abilities are not on point.
No. It's Boyd as in
Bugs Bunny gets the Boyd.
that's the one. Let's try it again.
Okay, so I don't think Bugs has digging abilities. I think
He can just merge
he
with
can. I think
soil.
he can just move through Earth.
Yeah,
I reckon.
on an atomic level.
I think that to him, anytime he's in the soil,
Yeah,
it's like being in his TARDIS.
yeah.
It's like he's got all the props he wants. He can just pop up anywhere he fancies.
It is
Time
fantastic
and relative dimension in holes.
soil. Yeah, it is
It's in
surprising.
soil. It's
Yeah.
good.
It's surprising. Just his ability to just appear and disappear in.
But how
that's
much? But like, can he just physically move? Can he move in time?
I mean, we haven't seen that demonstrated yet.
No, but it's just like.
But
I
I mean,
think he's got something special going on.
It depends, doesn't it? Because, like, you know, in their universe, is time and space the same thing like it is in our universe?
I don't know, but I tell you what, it would give him the ability to be both Bugs and Mrs. Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it would.
That's quite the toon power.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the
No
thing
wonder
is,
he
like,
doesn't want to muck in with society.
Yeah, like the thing is,
He wants to play with his superpowers.
like we have always known that when Bugs came about, he was going to be next level toon power.
Yeah,
Like he's
he was going to be something special.
Yeah. And he is. He's demonstrating it regularly. Like when he was falling from the sky there, he fully believed he could put the brakes on, and I think he did. I just don't think he put them on quick enough.
Yeah.
But what was interesting is he fell into the ground, not into a hole. He fell into the ground and merged with it.
There was an animal skeleton there.
Yeah.
He sort of went halfway into the ground, and the skeleton like all smashed up and just lands to make like a half skeleton body below where he is.
He was fully convinced that he could survive that amount of flesh loss.
Yeah.
Because he was upset, but he wasn't.
Dying.
Yeah, like he wasn't like, oh, how have I survived? He seemed perfectly accepting of the fact that he could survive.
Just for being able to picture it for the folks at home, he's sort of waist deep in the soil, and then ahead of him is like a rib cage and
legs.
bony legs, and he thinks that
he's convinced that
from like the mid torso downwards,
he's skeleton,
and
has survived,
and he's fine.
Yeah, like not
just
in any
doesn't
pain.
look great.
Yeah, like but then his little toes just emerge, like of their own accord from the sand to go, Anna, we're still here. So maybe his toes
He's ecstatic to find those little
you
toes.
would be if you thought you'd been turned into a skeleton and then your toes just wiggled up through the soil. You'd be like, "Yay, I've got toes!" But then they sink back down, and he just pulls himself out the hole. So at that point, I'm thinking he didn't have control over his toes. They just emerged to go, "Look, we're still here,"
Don't you worry
and then
yourself.
disappeared. So at that point, he was like, "Brilliant! I've got full control over my body." Because I don't think he had full control over his body at that point. I think he had control up to what was in the soil.
Yes. No, I really think he's got.
I still
He
think
can be wherever in soil.
I
He can be
think
whenever in soil.
Yeah, I think he must be able to. So that does lead me to think that time and space are the same thing in their universe as it is in our universe.
Yes.
So he has the ability, and because he can move instantaneously through soil, he must be able to move instantaneously through time.
Yeah, I think that's gonna, it's gonna open up a lot of interesting paths, because when we see Bugs Bunny in like an old timey episode, it's probably Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it's probably just the bugs from whenever.
Whereas like anyone else, it's like an ancestor, or we have to find a specific way in which they've got there.
Yeah.
Bugs has been presumably altering a lot of events.
I'd imagine so.
Throughout history.
Yeah, I mean, has he been created?
I don't know.
Do you think he's been created by an entity? Do you think he is a personification of the portal?
We'll have to find out in the future.
We will. Or the
this
present.
This is open.
Or the past. When will we find out?
Who knows?
I don't know.
But it won't be this week.
It won't be this week.
We'll be back next week with... I think we're beginning with another new character introduction. It's another bird.
It is another bird.
An alliterative name. We're going to get Henry Hawk in next time.
Hawk.
And also something called the Dover Boys.
Oh.
In a thrilling sounding episode called The Dover Boys at Pimento University or The Rivals of Rockford Hall.
That sounds like it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
No.
But yeah, some weird stuff going on. It's all over the place. Gone are the days of the Porky F episode. Oh, it's going to be another Porky free episode as well.
Whoa!
Anything could have happened. They're keeping us in suspense on this whole possible assassination.
Maybe he has been assassinated.
Maybe, and that's why the
and they're just like,
open.
yeah, we haven't got anybody.
Who knows? But join us next week for another episode of the Space Jam Continuum. Until then,
Bye.
bye.